Mr. Chairman, earlier this week, USA Today reported that we have the fewest participants in our workforce than at any time in 30 years. And my Democratic colleagues announced their plan to increase taxes $1.5 trillion on our economy, much of it on our small businesses. The Congressional Budget Office has announced that Medicare is going broke in 2020. And my Democratic colleagues announced their plan to double down on the rationing of health care for our seniors. The Congressional Budget Office has announced that Social Security will go broke in 2037. Yet my Democratic colleagues have announced this is not a problem. We're ready to implement the 22% benefit cut that's already in our statute. Survey after survey show that our fellow citizens believe that their children will be worse off than they are, and yet my Democrat colleagues announced their plan to add $9.1 trillion to the national debt. Mr. Chairman, it's time to quit spending money we don't have. It's time to quit borrowing 42 cents on the dollar, much of it from the Chinese, and then send the bill to our children and grandchildren. The Republican budget will help us create jobs with fundamental tax reform in preventing these tax increases. It will save our social safety net programs that have been of a great comfort to my parents and grandparents. Before our eyes are morphing into cruel Ponzi schemes for my third-grade daughter and my first-grade son. And Mr. Chairman, the Republican budget will put us on the path to pay off the national debt. Mr. Chairman, I heard from one of my constituents recently. He said, "I've never felt so embarrassed and ashamed of anything I've done in my life as I do about leaving this mess in the laps of Tyler and Caitlin, my precious grandkids. I've written them both a heartfelt apology for them to read when they get old enough to understand what I allowed our country's governing authority to do to them." Mr. Chairman, I've got a message for Mr. Calhoun. Put that letter away. House Republicans are going to stand for Tyler and Caitlin. We're going to put America back to work. We're going to save the social safety net and preserve the American dream for ourselves and our posterity. I yield back the balance of my time.
Gentleman's time has expired.